唔該，你同我整翻佢啊！
上星期配佢眼鏡咁快咁鬆，你係咪跌過落地下？
梗係冇啦。
小姐啊，都係唔好啦，我需要一定紅色啊。
對唔住啊，張單打咗唔改得㗎。
今時今日咁嘅服務態度未夠㗎，點先啱？係啊，
冇問題，我幫你改個張單啦。
唔該你。
唔使。
唔緊要，鬆咗咪再教過佢咯。要客人開心，老闆放心。我哋當然係用誠懇同親切嘅服務態度。
I believe most of you have heard this slogan. The service is not good enough nowadays. Do you agree?
Yes. However, what I concern more is that it shows a controversial phenomenon. Consumers are always right.
Actually, this slogan aims at raising service providers' awareness to quality service. However, in consumers' mind, the service provider should do what they desire, no matter it is sensible or not.
Consumers believe that they are the boss because they pay for the service. They think they deserve it, and they can complain with no good reason whenever they are not happy with the service.
That's the problem. They also apply this kind of behavior in other aspects.
In the years 2006 and 2007, the total complaints received at Office of the Ombudsman is about 5,500 cases, compared with 4,300 cases of the years 2005 and 2006. Moreover, it is found that about 60% of these complaints are not justified. This shows that people just complain without reasonable justification. Office of the Ombudsman will not accept the complaint if it is a mistake of the complainant.
Here are some more nonsensical cases. On the 11th March 2000, Dr. Low-Wing Lock had written an article on Hong Kong Economic Journal about a case. A doctor was being complained as he was late for 10 minutes to see a non-emergent patient. The reason is that the doctor had to treat an emergent case. The patient just did not accept the reason. Is waiting for a few minutes more important than saving a life? Moreover, we have interviewed a worker in a tuck shop. About a month ago, she encountered a nonsensical case. A student asked for cup noodles before paying. The worker prepared the noodles. Just then the student denied it and went away. Soon the student came back and asked for the noodles again. Not knowing the student really wanted to buy the noodles, the worker simply did not give him. The student told his parents and they complained the worker. Is this fair to the worker if it is because of the misbehavior of the students?
To find out more, we have interviewed Dr. Ma for some experiences.
Today we are happy to have Dr. Ma working as a surgical resident in a local hospital in Newton Terrace to have an interview with us. So, Dr. Ma, did you encounter any complaints from the patients that are not quite sensible?
Firstly, because we're working as a public setting, there are many patients need to wait outside the outpatient clinics, and many of them maybe need to wait for several hours before they can come in to see us. So they will complain of the long waiting time without thinking that there are actually 100 patients waiting outside the clinics. Sometimes they will make complaint to us that our doctors are not doing our work well. There's also other patients that will ask for some medications that is actually not necessary for them. Also, another thing is that they will ask to sign some documents to allow them to take the disability allowance. But actually many are just have minor illness that would not entitle a disability allowance. But many patients just come and ask that. Sometimes the patient will scold us in front of other nurses or other doctors because we just don't prescribe the disability allowance for them.
What are the reasons behind? Why do people behave like this?
People only have one child these days. Some parents may overprotect them and fulfill all their desires. So the children are like little kings and little queens. They just act like this at school.
To know more about this, we have interviewed a psychology student from Chinese University of Hong Kong.
Today we are happy to invite a psychology major student, Hans, from Chinese University of Hong Kong to have an interview. In psychological point of view, why do people have such an attitude?
First, the society in Hong Kong is becoming more individualistic. In an individualistic society, people are more egocentric and egoistic, and they concern about themselves more than concerning about the others. For example, they will take no perspective of the others, and they will usually be more apathetic. As a result, consumer may tends to concern about their own rights more than concerning the feelings of the others, and so they may demand more when they going out to have buying. Another reason is that nowadays the parents are more permissive, and their parenting styles is called permissive parenting styles, which is low in maturity demand, communications, and parental control. And as a result, they will be more immature in their behaviors, and they are less independent. And this may also lead to increasing demands for the service provider.
So, how parents affect the children?
Parents may become the model for the children. So when the children observe the behaviors of their parents, they will just imitate them. For example, when they saw their parents scolding the customer service officers, they may just imitate them and scold as their parents did. So the parents can be a model for the children, and then they will just do what their parents do.
What will be the effect if this problem continues?
If this problem continues, this will disrupt the social harmony because there are more conflicts in the societies. Another effect will be that they may slow down the pace of the improvement in the society because people are always trying to demand for things but do not contribute for the society.
The above evidence shows the existence of this problem. What would happen if the kind of attitude continues? What would the society be if everyone just complains but not satisfied? Think again.